Well, this is fun. In addition to my usual, good God, I look absolutely shocking, my hair's a mess as well. So that's nice, isn't it? Hi, spring has sprung. Right, hello. What have I got for you this week? Basically, if you don't like gardening and you don't like puppies, don't bother watching, because mostly it's gardening and it's also some puppies. Unfortunately, it was dark when Chris fell straight on his arse in a drunken stupor on Saturday night, halfway up our very muddy hill. So I didn't get to catch that on camera. But I mean, he kept saying, "Don't laugh, it's not funny." It was really funny, and I tittered all the way up the hill. But I have got Chris back, finally. He's got a 6-month visa, D visa, and now we're on to the lawyer resubmitting exactly the same documents that we've already submitted for the visa application to, what's it called, immigration. So we're in the middle of organising that right now. If my phone goes ping, that will be Miss Simona telling me how I'm supposed to get all these documents to her. So he came back on Monday last week. It's Monday today, 31st of March. And he came back last Monday straight to Bulgaria, obviously, because we wanted him to well, we wanted to give poor Colin a break. And straight back to the dogs. And by Tuesday, he was merrily rotivating, tilling my soil, which has all grown back over again. He's had to till it again, and putting my greenhouse up. Now, my greenhouse is not the most secure in the universe. We've tucked it into a corner, so hopefully it won't blow away too quickly. We've covered it in breeze block, but I know from experience that breeze block won't keep it in place if there's a big storm. But anyway, it's now full of plants. So he did that in the week, and then he came here to me on Friday, picked up me and a load of seedlings. Didn't get stopped at the border, which is good, because I had visions of going, no, mate, honestly, they're tomato plants, because they are tomato plants. But, you know, questions might have been raised about why there was an enormous boot absolutely full of seedlings. Trying to explain you live across 2 countries is never that simple. So they're in. And we spent the whole weekend just gardening, really. We had a massive downpour on Friday, which was good because we've got a water boat. We got one of those blue barrels. Someone was getting rid of one. Thanks, Becky. And didn't want it, so we've put it in our garden. And we've also arranged with Davey and Colin. I have sourced, you know, those big white things. Saw them on the Udens with the steel cage. We've sourced someone who reckons he can get us some second-hand ones. So that's brilliant for 2 reasons. One, we've got water for the garden in the summer, assuming we get some spring rains to collect the water. And 2, if the village goes up in flames again, we're going to have some water to contribute to the effort. So I've ordered 3, Davey's ordered 5, Colin's ordered 1. And we're going to just keep them up at our ends. And I think Davey's going to distribute the ones he's bought around the village with the funds that he got from the GoFundMe after the last fire. So yeah, that's exciting. And apart from that, I have literally just gardened. So Chris has gone over the rotivating thing again. The bastard weeds, I came back and everything that I planted 2 weeks ago has just disappeared under weeds. So I've spent a long time weeding out the veg that I'd already planted. I can see the radishes are coming through, the carrots coming through. They tend to come quite quick. Nothing else is coming through yet, but lesson learned. Next year, I'm just going to grow everything in seed trays and put it in once it's big enough to be able to see it. I found one row of onions. The other one had completely disappeared. Don't know where that's gone. And so Chris said somewhere there's a mole going, oh, my eyes, crying uncontrollably from eating 170 red onions. So I put another row of those in. Put my strawberries in. Scattered some salad seeds, see if that works. And I've brought a load of packets of seeds back with me to start some more stuff off here. I know there's plenty of time yet. I just get overexcited. I've got more beans than you can shake a stick at, and not enough of anything else. So And then Saturday afternoon, we went to Collins, went to see the puppies. We said, like, oh, God, yeah, we'll take one because, you know, there's 9 of them. And if they don't get taken, they're going to go in a shelter, which is sad. Colin and Susanna are going to keep one along with Pooch. But if anybody thinks, oh, God, you know what? I really like a mongrel puppy right now. I've got some film of them. They're absolutely bloody gorgeous. They're really nice little dogs as well. We'd kind of decided we want one of the ginger ones. And we called her Lola. And she was cute. And then when she went back to sleep, we started playing with some of the others that were awake. So there's one they call Tubbs. He's twice the size of all the others. And he was so sweet. He's lovely. His little tail was going like this, like 90 miles an hour. I think Marta might be having him, but if she isn't, he's available and he's absolutely lovely. I was wavering. The other ginger one is really, really nice as well. So it just wants to cuddle like a baby. It was like lying in my arms and letting me rock it. There's one that's an absolute criminal, the smallest one, which is black with white rings around its eyes. There's a black and white one called Bean, who is absolutely lovely, and he's just dead sweet, or she, I'm not sure what gender they are. And then there's 2 more black ones, a black and white one and a white one. And we got to know them all, and they're all very, very nice little dogs. I could, you know, if I had the room and the time, I'd take all of them. But for me, it's transporting them back and forth between 2 countries that's the issue. So please, 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 if you want a dog, get in touch. I will pay for it to be microchipped for you and get its first set of vaccinations for you if you'll take one. After that, we went to Sonia's for a couple of drinks. Chris drank too much and fell over and got covered in mud, and that was hilarious. And then Sunday, we just did more gardening. And we were ready for a break. When we came back, we were knackered. Came back across the bridge because we got to the ferry, and the border policeman went, no ferry. Couldn't tell us why there was no ferry, just said there was no ferry. So we drove to Rousay and went across the border that way, got back at the same time. And that's it, yeah. So like I say, if you don't like gardening, back off, don't watch. But if you do like gardening, enjoy. And I'm going back next week to plant some more stuff, and that's probably all I'll do again. Might go to the market, buy some tiny, tiny twig trees. It's not looking good for the trees. Oh, and stalks. There are about 10 million stalks now in Bulgaria and Romania, and including our village stalk. So the Martinitzers have now gone. They have all been distributed onto trees to try and keep them alive. So that's it from me. Hope you're all well. Anyone I know who's watching, hello. And I'll see you next week. Peace out. Good morning. I am woman with only one gardening glove, so gardening's going to be fun today. But it's been 2 weeks, and I cannot believe how much everything's grown back. I've got my husband back, which is a bonus, I think. And he carefully rotivated everything a few days ago, and it's even that has just grown back because it rained and then there was sunshine. So I've got to dig everything over again. My carrots coming through, which is nice, but they're going to need to be weeded out, and I am swamped. So I'm going to turn this camera around because probably more interested in the garden than my makeupless face. I forgot my makeup bag, as if I forgot my makeup bag. I never go anywhere without that. Nearly forgot my passport as well. And yeah, I'll show you the state of everything. Unbelievable. Right, so I think if you can recall this, I was saying, oh, it's starting to grow back, the purple things. Look at my poor little rose tree, swamped in there. Everything this, I want to dig all this out because I've got some flowers to go in there when they're a bit bigger. But yeah, everything is now covered in clover and the purple nettles. I smuggled some of my plants over from Bucharest. But yeah, look at the state of this. I don't know how I'm going to deal with this. So this was my veg patch a couple of weeks ago. Now it's just grass. So we've got the onion rows here, which we've got some onions coming through. Look, there's one there. But it's absolutely, yay, another one there. So there's onions coming through, plenty of them. But they're going to get drowned in all these weeds, so I'm going to have to dig these out. I just cannot imagine what a big job this is going to be. It's not like I can rotivate it. The mystery tree, if anyone knows what this is, I don't know. The mystery tree is doing well. The dogs are wanting to play. Then Chris can rotivate this bit because it's not got anything planted in it. But, sorry, it's very uneven because so is the ground. This is where I planted 2 weeks ago, where I put turnips and radishes and what was the other thing? Don't know, beetroot maybe. Put them in there anyway, and that is all going to need weeding out. A massive job. This is where 3 weeks ago I put in Chris's bloody sprouts, the parsnips and the carrots. I'm so glad I labelled it, because if it had gone another few days, I wouldn't be able to see where it was veg and where it was weeds. The carrots are starting to come through. I don't know if you can see, there are some tiny little carrots coming through there. There's one. But again, all needs weeding out. Chris cut that down because Baba was asking him, saying it was touching a roof, so that needs moving. This is where my spuds were. It's not got too overgrown, but it's still all going to need to be weeded out. And look, I got a polytunnel. Chris put this up for me earlier this week, and he rotivated this, believe it or not. And look at it, you never know. So this is a nice, good space for me. We did put a tarpaulin down. We were umming and ahhing over it, but we decided to do it because then I've got a flat surface to put everything on for now, and I'll cut holes in it to put my tomatoes and stuff in there. So I'm pretty excited about that. Martinets are from 3 years ago, still going strong there. Taking all my martinets off and put them on trees, hopefully, so that'll stop Chris cutting my pomegranates down thinking they're weeds. He also rotivated this for me. This is going to be my three sisters' garden: beans, sweet corn and squash. But it needs rotivating again. He literally rotivated it on Tuesday and it's now Saturday. So yeah, everything has gone wild. The elderberry tree up there is starting to come back. I'm looking forward to the bit of the afternoon where we get to have a break and go and see Colin's puppies, because this is going to be really hot. Right, I treated myself in Lidl to a new trowel, 15 lei, bargain, £3, just under. So, I now have transplanted all my veg. I'm going, it comes in as a handy hair thing. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and start weeding. So I'm going to start with my spuds because that's the easiest bit. Plus, I've got a load more spuds to go in, so I need to dig some more trenches. And then I'll go around and start on the other veg beds. So you've seen what it was like before. Let's see if it's any better after. I've got to admit, I mean, I had a 100-foot garden back in Britain, and I cultivated most of it. But this is really daunting. It's just hit home how much land I've actually got and how possibly over-ambitious I'm being. But we'll see. Right, this is me desperately saying to Chris, please just give me a minute, don't do it till I say anything. Okay, so... Oh, get out the way, you idiot. Not you, the dog. Okay, so, from here to the end, just this square, in line with the telegraph pole, yeah?
That's square, yeah.
From
yeah, that's what you told me anyway.
Here. So yes, but you don't always listen. If we can get it going. Oh, this is making an undramatic piece of footage. Ellie, I'm not playing frisbee with you. You'll be lucky if you've got a frisbee after this gets going. Has it got petrol?
Right, that's the other day. I was waiting for you.
I'll get back to you when we get it going. Finally had some success. I think I'm going to learn from my previous mistakes and rake as soon as this is done. So I would like to put my strawberries in this corner. Right, so I went and found the rake, and I've read there's still greenery in it, and I'm so jealous of the people who live down the drop-off who haven't got any greenery. But I think it's a long, hard slog to get rid of it. So I'm going to put some strawberries in that corner, and I'm going to use some of these bricks and tiles to split them off. And then when I decide what I'm sowing here, I'll pick the rest of the greenery out. But I'll tell you what, anything that doesn't need direct sowing, anything that can be grown in pots next year, is getting grown in pots, even if it would normally go straight in the ground, because it's so hard to see where's your veg and where's a weed. And I still want to know where that other onion row went. As you can probably see, I lost my enthusiasm 2/3 of the way through, so that's going to have to get finished tomorrow, along with the veg that Bella is currently sitting in. Would like you to do it, but you were doing something else. So Chris has just brought the other rake round, but it's too late, I've done it. And he's just admiring my 4th potato trench, which me and Ellie dug, and saying, you should have got me to do that. And indeed, I would have liked him to do that, but he was busy with his tiller. So I've got to decide now, am I putting strawberries in? Am I putting potatoes in this and covering it back over? My goodness. Because in about 20 minutes, we've got to go and see the puppies. And Colin says if you want whiskey, you'll have to take your own Coke. Oh, Chris is discovering the same that I always discover, that Ellie's helping means that she fills the bloody holes back in before you've managed to get the spuds in. So this is the last of my actual bought from a shop spuds, you know, like from a garden shop. Well, I have got some more, but they've saved some for Colin and for Gaynor if I can find where they are. And then I've got some supermarket spuds that chitted, so I'm going to try putting those in up along here, up to where my root veg starts. And meanwhile, round the corner, there we go, I've achieved something that actually looks all right, I think. I wish I knew where all those onions had gone. I have built myself a little strawberry bed. There's only 6 plants in there, but if they survive, they don't half spread. So I'm hoping that will be nice. And I've come up with a bright idea that I'm going to use all these bricks and tiles and things to separate what I've grown, because I should have done that in the first place. I wish you used to do that at home, mate Rose. But there you go. Anyway, I've still got that to weed. Still got this last bit to weed, but it is puppy time, so I'm going to go get washed up, change my shoes. And down there, you can't see it really, but my God, their garden's perfect. Hello, Bella Boo. Hello, Bella Boo. Mwah. Just while I'm waiting for Chris to be ready to go to Colin's, I want to show you this. It's a water butt. So we were talking the other week about we saw it on the Udens. We want some of those big, the big white tanks. Firstly to water the garden, but also in case of fire. Ooh, there's some wood up there that could come down. And someone was getting rid of this. They didn't want it. So Chris went and got it for me. So yeah, it's got a couple of inches of water in it from the rain last night. It's exciting. So this year, we're aiming to water the garden from saved water, if possible, and save money, save the planet.
Projects that we need and building houses. I don't know what you've got in your bag then. Is it quite a heavy bag?
I mean, Chris's phone's in there, my purse, my selfie stick's in there.
So she's quite, a couple of gold bars.
A lead weight. Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? But it's still in the planning stage. Sunday morning. Good morning. It is just gone 8 a.m. But it's very, very quiet because the clocks have changed. So really in everyone's body clock it's 7 a.m. We've got an Irish fog. I'm trying to enjoy 5 minutes peace and quiet before I start any work, but Ellie thinks this would be an ideal time to play frisbee. So she's waiting patiently for me to do that. And today, my list of jobs is... Oh, look at the lovely trees. Right, repot the tomatoes and peppers that are in trays into bigger pots, help them grow. Finish the weeding over there, which I got 2/3 of the way through and then lost the will to live yesterday. God, my legs hurt so bad today. And, oh yeah, here by my washing, that used to be a flower bed. So I'm going to make it back into a flower bed by pulling all that lot up. Chris is going to do some burning over there. And then if we get time, we might have an hour chopping some wood, because I would really like to chop some wood every Sunday. And then we'll be ready for next winter instead of being on the hoof like we were this year. But it's not warm at all. But it's a beautiful day. And I've got a double espresso, so life cannot be all bad. First job of the day done. These are supposed to be some kind of fly traps I got off good old Temu. But I don't know if they work, and I don't know how they work because they didn't come with any instructions. So I've put them together and I have filled them with a potent mix of plum jam and homemade wine homemade wine, Horizon wine. And I've put 2 up, one over there as well. Lovingly modelled by Dog. And yeah, I'm hoping that keeps the wasps over there dying a pissed up happy death rather than bombing me. But honestly, in a 1,500 foot garden, I doubt 2 little traps are going to do much good. This tree, poor little thing, is so dead. Today, I was ruminating on this plot down here. I don't know if it belongs to anyone. But it's so sad, like that big barn down there, like the roof's collapsing now. And I think it's like a summer house type barn. And I so wish we knew whose it was, because I would like to own it. I don't want the house. I just want the land. And look, this is all collapsing on itself, and that's sad as well. And I would like to own this plot, just so that I had some more space, basically, because I still haven't got enough space. But anyway, we don't know whose it is, and we haven't got any money, so we can't buy it. Good morning, husband. Chris fell over last night. It was really funny. Well, I don't think I've ever felt less hopeful about tomatoes in my life. These don't look like they're doing good. But I've transplanted them. I've transplanted whatever these and these are. One's peppers, I'm not sure about the other. And I've also transplanted the artichokes because I thought I might as well. And that has left me with 3 propagators and 2 mini greenhouses. So I am now going to go in the house and sort through my copious seed collection to see what's planted next. Is there any greater joy than this? I don't think so. This is my favourite bit of gardening. The weeding, I can take it or leave it, but this, planting stuff, watching it pop up, this is joyous. This is life. Right, I think this looks really cute, and it's a really good use of spare bricks, because these bricks are from where Stefan took our other chimneys down, because we don't need them all. So, this is now a mixed lettuce patch. I've just planted about 17,000 seeds, so surely 1 or 2 of them can grow. This, I have completely lost the will to live. I've cleared out 1 row, and 1 row is onions, but this row, and I can see the damn row, there's not a single onion in it, so I don't know where they've gone. So I'm going to start red onions again, I suppose. This I am going to save for something else because I've just potted like cauliflowers and cabbages and lettuces and things in the greenhouse, because at least then I can see recognisable plants, because this is so insane. Look at the state of it, that I'm not entirely sure that anything will ever be able to grow here. I've kind of weeded out the plots here, but I think I'm going to have to do it again because it's all grown back again since yesterday. Meanwhile, poor Chris thought he was just digging 2 potato rows, but then we found some more potatoes. So he's very busy creating a potato farm. I don't think we'll get to 600 potatoes, but I think there's 9 or 10 in each row, so 8 to 10 in each row. So we've got about, how many rows have we got now, darling? Eight rows of spuds, and we can come down to about here before we start bumping into any other veg. So those are the only ones I've got now, yes. So how many have we got left? Too many potatoes. Never mind. Well, hopefully with all this I'll get 1 lettuce and 1 potato by the end of the year, and possibly 1 tomato, the way the tomatoes are looking. So anyway, it's all go. I can't do much now because I need a spade, and Chris has got the spade. Oh dear, woe is me. I will have to have a rest. All right, we've ended up with 10 rows of spuds, which we didn't mean to have, but we thought we might as well use them up. So they're all there and labelled. Let's hope we get some this year. It's definitely feeling better. Like this time last year, it was already really hot and everything was dry as a bone, and that snow will have helped. And my one last job today was, since all my red onions had disappeared, I've replanted them, so they're all in here now. I did find a couple, but not many. So yeah, that's me for this week. Let's go back to going to Davis for our dinner, going back to Bucharest, see if we get any further with Chris's residency this week. Peace out.